Chief Secretary defends Massi portrayal at World Travel Market. Public hydroponics greenhouses launched by Hampton Lowlands Orkinscure Community Council. Safe Value Supermarket opens its doors in Tobago. And in sports, Speyside High advances in the Secondary Schools Football League. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. This is your Tobago Updates television news for Friday, 17th November 2023. Topping the news tonight, an 11-second video of the portrayal of a Massi carnival character at the recently held World Travel Market is attracting a lot of negative attention on social media. Many people are questioning the tourism strategy behind the portrayal. However, Chief Secretary Farley Augustine is defending it. Reporter Candice Jackson has the details in this story.
This portrayal of Massi, a traditional carnival character, has garnered millions of views across various social media platforms. It was featured in an exhibition by the Tobago contingent at the World Travel Market in London, England. The video solicited comments on the use of the portrayal as a marketing tool. Most social media users criticized the portrayal, including political leader of the PDP, Watson Duke.
Nowhere in the history of the countries that have been to the World Travel Market do you find people portraying primitive men or men that are unsocialized, uncivilized. Here
And political leader of the Unity of the People, Nkosi Philip.
What is the product of Tobago? Is the product of Tobago the screams that we just heard? Or are we hearing across the social media? Or is there really a product of Tobago?
The portrayal was included in the presentation by the Tobago Performing Arts Company delegation. Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, who was present in London for the World Travel Market, stated that the 11-second video omitted significant context.
It wasn't isolated, there was an overall performance. It had Dame Lorraine's there, it had live singing of soca music there. There were people from TPAC wearing their Save the Date jerseys for the next year carnival. So it was part of an entire push to get people to Tobago Carnival.
However, Augustine stated he is monitoring the comments regarding the portrayal.
I've looked at it, I've looked at the criticisms that exist, and I've asked myself whether or not maybe we should also pull that character from all local carnival celebrations.
Augustine pointed out that Tobagonians cannot be ashamed of the portrayal of a carnival character abroad while being patriotic to it at home. Further explaining, he stated that Tobago needs to employ various strategies to promote the destination.
And the question we have to ask ourselves, do we have things that can distinguish us, that we can sell Tobago outside of sun, sand and sea? And if the recommendation is that we only sell pictures of Pigeon Point or Pirates Bay, then I don't think we are thinking about tourism well in terms of differentiating ourselves for something for which we have a natural competitive advantage.
While the Chief Secretary does not personally endorse the portrayal from religious and personal standpoints, he stated that it is not his place to discourage expressions from other facets of Tobago's culture.
And that character really and truly represents part of that protestation against the enslavement of people of African descent itself. So that's a whole much more complex and nuanced conversation that I am not sure I am the most equipped, because I have not studied cultural studies.
According to the National Carnival Commission website, the Massi is a traditional devil mask character which originated from freed slaves using molasses as a disguise on sugar estates. Today, various colored Massis adorned with wings, horns, and pitchforks entertain crowds. Some are restrained by ropes accompanied by rhythmic pan beating and whistling. Seeking tips, they intimidate onlookers who may opt to, quote, pay the devil, end quote, to avoid interaction. The character has evolved to include diverse colors and materials like mud and chocolate syrup. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
Political leader of Unity of the People, Nkosi Philip, is calling for a resolution to the situation that led to the cancellation of bus tours for cruise ship passengers over last weekend. They demand that Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, Secretary of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation Tasha Boris, and the Tobago Port Maxi Taxi Federation Association come together and urgently resolve the issue. Reporter Ariana Scipio tells us more.
Upon learning from Minority Leader Kelvon Morris that the Tourism Secretary was notified of a potential shortage of buses to facilitate tours for expected cruise visitors, political leader of the Unity of the People, Nkosi Phillips, expressed discontent. The situation led to over 300 cruise ship passengers having their tours cancelled on Saturday. Phillips called for a swift resolution to prevent similar faux pas in the future.
All I would like to say is that we have an issue that needs to be addressed, and I am calling on the relevant authorities. The Secretary of Tourism knows she has work to do. The Chief Secretary knows that this is an issue in regards to marketing of Tobago and having the cruise ships come into the island.
Phillips pointed out that the issue requires attention from Tourism Secretary Tasha Boris, the Chief Secretary, the Maxi Taxi Association, and cruise ship personnel. He mentioned that their approach is not to exacerbate the situation, but to call for a meeting to settle the problem. Phillips also noted the island's economic growth due to cruise ship arrivals, underscoring the need to address the issue promptly.
We need to fix it, and we need to fix it now. To add to the Minority Leader statements, I am not going to add to the Bacchanal or to the fusion. What I'm going to add is that we all need to come together as big people and focus on getting the issue fixed as fast as possible.
Meanwhile, one issue that arose last week was the availability of some maxi taxi drivers who, due to their 7-day Adventist fate, cannot operate on Saturdays. Phillips suggested utilizing a maxi taxi association which is not affiliated with the religion to address this challenge.
And see how best we can give everybody a piece of the portion. And if we take away from one association and spread it across to everybody in the island of Tobago who has a maxi, who could present themselves properly to do the tours.
Phillips suggested the resolution should follow established rules for maxi taxi drivers handling cruise ship arrivals. Additionally, they believe any owed monies to drivers, which is a major factor in the situation, could be tackled through a meeting or legal action if necessary. Urging the Tourism Secretary, Chief Secretary, and the Maxi Taxi Association to address the issue promptly. Phillips emphasized the importance of safeguarding the island's economic growth. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
A new supermarket has opened its doors to the public just in time for the Christmas season. The grand opening of Save Value Supermarket took place this morning in Canaan. Reporter Tanika Cruikshank gives us a look into this new grocery.
Save Value Supermarket was established through a partnership between several supermarkets from Trinidad, as explained by purchasing supervisor Wendeling Walker Modest. She explained that they recognize the need to open a new store in Tobago, aiming to provide a unique environment by offering more than just standard grocery products.
Management and staff decide that we do a feasibility study. We saw the building and we see that it was quite efficient, proper location, standard and everything, parking, everything was really in a good position, so we decided to open a grocery.
Walker Modest continued by stating that Save Value employs a variety of people, including both locals and individuals hired from outside of Tobago.
From the feasibility study, we noticed that Tobago don't have plenty haberdasheries, and the owners, they are really from outsiders, Chinese, local, Trinidadians. So you know that in their country they have a lot of haberdasheries and so forth, and they produce a wide variety of products.
Walker Modest concluded by stating that the concept of Save Value is aptly named, as it enables consumers to economize on their regular supermarket purchases.
So we bring in prices. It will be, varies, but we also try to satisfy customers, so it's save better. So we'll try the economic, as we see in the country, is very, very high. So we should able to save some money to the country and also to the people.
And the supermarket competition has increased, with Save Value now being added to the market. Customers are here today bright and happy at the grand opening, shopping and saving away. Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
We take a short break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive collection, now exclusively available at Standard.
This Christmas we celebrating, cause B-Mobile they coming with rating. So brace yourself for plenty prices, cause this season will be your nice. It's the most deals and the most vibes and the most cars and the most price. The most giveaways, the most para. Having a Christmas season with B-Mobile. I want a Christmas season with B-Mobile. Bring the sorrow with us to a Merry Christmas. Having a Christmas season with B-Mobile.
Top up, buy a plan, sign up or pay your bills. Enjoy the best Tobago Christmas. B-Mobile. Life is on.
The Division of Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development has relocated its Crown Point office to Glen Road in Scarborough to better serve you, our clients. Our main office is located at the corner of Glen Road and Glen Road Branch Number 1, the building formerly occupied by Costa. Our Grant and Electrical Inspectorate services can be accessed at Number 2 Montessori Drive in Glen Road, Building 1 and 2.
Contribute to the achievement of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the Hampton Lowlands Orkinscure Community Council has installed 2 greenhouses in Tobago for agricultural purposes. Tanika Cruikshank tells us more about this project in this story.
As a part of its ongoing efforts to fulfill the Sustainable Development Goals, Habitat for Humanity is providing hydroponic greenhouses to communities in and around Trinidad and Tobago. Several villages in Trinidad have already benefited from this initiative, and 2 greenhouses have been successfully built in Tobago.
And it tells you when you have an organization in a community that's willing to partner with others, tells you that they will grow and they will be successful because they're not only relying on their own self, they are prepared to partner with and rely on other people's contribution, their knowledge, and whatever they have to bring to the table. So,
Director of Habitat for Humanity, Jennifer Mayoso, announced at the completion of the hydroponic greenhouse in the Hampden Lowlands Orkinscure neighborhood. This project, in collaboration with the bank sponsor, Republic Bank Limited, followed several months of planning that began in 2022 and was unrevealed in 2023.
I look back and I say COVID-19 has not only caused challenges, rather COVID-19 has caused great opportunities. You just have to look. The opportunities came after, and that's why we are here. Because of COVID-19, we were able to say, let us see what we can do to make Tobago get on the habitat map in very significant ways.
Mayeso asserted that, aligning with the Sustainable Development Goals for improvement in Tobago, the organization aims to promote sustainable cities and communities globally. They expressed delight in showcasing the commitment as stated in the Declaration of All Nations to ensure the global development of sustainable communities.
Several projects. The projects will include things like solar systems on houses, rainwater harvesting, where water is a challenge, rainwater is not being captured and can be repurposed, and so it goes to the ground. We have flooding, we can repurpose it. So we're going to put some rainwater harvesting systems.
The Hampden Lowlands Orkinscure Community Council supervises the greenhouses, cultivating a variety of crops such as celery, shadow benny, lettuce, kale, and chives. The harvest occurred on October 28, 2023. Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries announced that it's taking proactive measures to address potential rabies threat in Tobago. The Ministry Anti-Rabies Unit, led by Dr. Simon Titus, Chief Technical Officer, is currently investigating reports of suspected vampire bat biting. The Tobago House of Assembly invited the ministry's experts to assess the situation. While the existence of the vampire bat vector is unconfirmed, the ministry is committed to sharing insights from Trinidad to enhance efforts in safeguarding the health and the safety of residents and livestock in Tobago. Well, the THA and the Habitat for Humanity Trinidad and Tobago have partnered to offer safe and affordable home ownership opportunities and housing solutions to low and middle income families. This collaboration aims to enhance the quality of life and foster stronger communities. More in this report.
Habitat for Humanity Trinidad and Tobago partnered with the Division of Settlements for a project providing safe, affordable home ownership for low and middle income families in Tobago. Launched in November, the initiative received praise for its swift action and commitment to improving citizens' quality of life. National Director Jennifer Massi commended Chief Secretary Pali Chavez Augustine and Ian Pollard for their dedication to timely project implementation.
So I want to say from Habitat for Humanity, our sincerest thanks for the opportunity of serving the people of Tobago through your leadership. It brings us an immense sense of pleasure as we think of the families in Tobago that needs our partnership.
Massayo highlighted the significance of the partnership in assisting vulnerable families living in unsafe housing conditions. Beyond housing solutions, she stressed the importance of educating Tobagonians on preparedness strategies for natural disasters. This includes initiatives such as grab and go bags and roof retrofitting, emphasizing the need for hurricane-resistant structures and community-wide awareness.
It is about making sure that our roofs have hurricane straps. It's about making sure that the people in the community understand when you build houses, ring beams are necessary and the roofs need to be tied to the ring beams. And when you're building your foundations, you need to make sure it's strong.
Secretary of Settlements, Public Utilities and Urban Development, Ian Pollard, underscored their shift towards equitable development for social and economic resilience. He highlighted a four-pillared approach: disaster mitigation initiatives targeting around 40 families with resilient roofing and floor repairs. The collaboration aims to reach every corner of Tobago, aligning with Chief Secretary Augustine's commitment.
The partnership not only enhances our resource capabilities financially and technically, but also broadens our reach, which can only redound to the benefit of potential beneficiaries and the wider Tobago public.
The Chief Secretary explained the initiative helps to meet the need for climate-resilient housing on the island.
So we have to now teach our people how to construct homes in a way that are much more sustainable and much more suitable to the climatic conditions that we now have to live with and we now have to endure.
He noted there are many people existing in poor living conditions in Tobago. Augustine said the initiative not only constructs houses, but also establishes the groundwork for a stronger, more resilient Tobago, promising a bright future for all its citizens. Trevicia Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, Assemblyman Wayne Clark addressed the state of political collaboration in relation to prioritizing Tobago's advancement in this morning's segment of Beneath the Surface. Ariana Sipiu tells us more.
Assemblyman Wayne Clark represents the Lambo Lowlands Electoral District and serves as Assistant Secretary to the Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport. He discussed his efforts to encourage political collaboration for the island's progress. Upon his election, he promptly met with Tobago West MP Shamfa Kujo Lewis.
I didn't see party, I was seeing Tobago. And I said that I'm prepared to work with you, because I don't think we can advance Tobago's cause being separate.
Additionally, Clark mentioned that upon being sworn into the assembly, he had a conversation with Minority Leader Kelvon Morris.
I say I'm prepared to work with you, and I give you my commitment that if you bring something to the house that I honestly think is in Tobago's interest, even if I have to break tradition and support it, I will. Because that is what is required to advance it to Tobago.
However, he expressed that in most cases, party interests take precedence over Tobago's interests, indicating a lack of concern for the island. Shifting focus, he discussed the Blackrock Beach Sport facility, noting its incomplete status. Despite this, it hosted the Commonwealth Games, which he clarified was not the intended purpose of the facility.
It was built for Tobago as a legacy project. So the work will continue there, and we will continue to. And by the way, there's a lot of interest being shown from an international scale for this facility.
He also shared that the Chief Secretary's beach football tournament will take place at the facility at the end of the month. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Our sport report is next. Stay tuned.
You know, who would I ever believe, Jessica could take care of a child,
I know, right? I'm a kinship foster parent to my nephew Malik.
Papa, you remind me of my grandmother, you know, when she used to take care of my cousins.
If I didn't step in, I don't know where he would have ended up. Plus, I get support from Children's Authority, training, and counseling.
But Jessica, you're not married?
That doesn't matter once you have a safe home and you're related to the child. You're good.
So did this give money to do this?
Yeah, they do give me some money.
So, Auntie, you can buy a Lamborghini for me?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Malik, but that money's to take care of you. Okay, smubble up is.
I will not try. Mommy, you can buy.
No.
Wait, I didn't even finish my sentence.
About Lamborghini, you could get lamb stew for lunch.
Auntie Jessica could only come when you come in, because all them does do is talk people business.
Malakay, I'm only going on the bed.
But mommy, the boy don't even live here.
Yeah, go to your bunkers.
What? Bunkers? Where's that?
I think I'm getting pretty good at this.
Welcome to sport. Speyside High School will be representing the Tobago zone in the Secondary Schools Football League. This was after they blasted away the competition. Marcus Daniel tells us all about it in this report.
Speyside High School on Tuesday secured the right to contest their 6th zonal intercal title in Tobago. This after they defeated Mason Hall Secondary 5-3 at the Plymouth Recreation Ground after the teams were deadlocked on 2 goals apiece at the end of regulation time. The dangerous Riquelme Phillips opened the scoring for the boys from the countryside in the 5th minute, a lead they enjoyed at the halftime interval until Tyreek St. Louis knotted up the scores at 1 apiece in the 62nd minute. Later in the 77th minute, Mason Hall snatched the advantage for the first time in the game, courtesy of a Jalen Quashie item. But with the game heading for the end, Phillips saved the Speyside Blushes with his second of the afternoon in the 84th minute, sending the game to the penalty spot to be decided. From the spot kicks, however, there was no stopping Speyside, who claimed the title 4 times on the trot in 2012, 2013, 2014 and 2015, as well as 2019. Their battles in the Tobago zone have been a seesaw affair, with multi-time champions Signal Hill Secondary, who are yet to secure their place in the final after yesterday's second semi-final contest between them and Bishop's High School was called off due to poor lighting at the Plymouth Recreation Ground. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
Signal Hill Government Primary School failed to pass the semi-final round of the 2023 Tobago Primary Schools Football League. They were the defending champions in last year's tournament, and their defeat paved the way for a new champion. Marcus Daniel once again with more details.
In the Tobago Primary Schools Football League, there will be a new boys under 12 champion, as defending champions Signal Hill Government fell in the semi-finals. Contesting the second semi-final doubleheader at the Lambo Recreation Ground earlier this week, The boys from the hill were undone by an outstanding solo effort from Andion Thomas. Picking up the ball deep in his own half, young Andion had one thing on his mind. Using his pace and skill, Andion slipped past two defenders and had only the keeper to beat, which he did with ease. It was the lone goal in a tense contest. Bonaccord would face his Speyside Anglican for the title next Tuesday in the final. In the earlier contest, the boys from Far East outclassed Scarborough RC 2-0 with goals from Orion Murray and Kirill second. Murray capitalized on a defensive mix-up late in the first half to put his team ahead. Second sealed the contest with a late surge that was too hot to handle for the goalie. Meanwhile, in the girls' open semi-finals, Wim Anglican edged at rivals Scarborough RC 1-0 and Signal Hill Government defeated Moriah Government 3-1. Earlier today, Speyside's under-15 boys got past a defiant Bonaccord Government 2-1, courtesy of an Orion Murray double. Signal Hill later joined Bonaccord in the finals with a convincing 4-0 victory over Pembroke Anglican. The finals are set for next Tuesday at the Dwight York Stadium. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
We'll take a short break and come back with more news. Do stay with us.
For 50% off plus a chance to win over $100,000 in prizes. Call 800-4663.
Chief Secretary Farley Augustine called on Tobagonians to celebrate Tobago Day with as much patriotism as they could muster. He made this plea at the launch of the Tobago Day celebrations 2023 at the Shore Park complex. Augustine also indicated that they are using this year's edition to advance the agenda of Tobago's autonomy. Here's more.
Tobago Day is celebrated every year on December 4th.
It was the day the Tobago House of Assembly was inaugurated in 1980. The official celebration started in 2010 through a motion in the Assembly Legislature.
According to Special Programs Coordinator in the Assembly Legislature, Sophia Cooper, at the launch of the 2023 Tobago Day celebrations. November 17th was specially chosen for the launch because it holds historical significance, as explained by Chief Secretary Farley Augustine.
Because today is actually 144 years since the proclamation by Queen Victoria joining Tobago to Trinidad.
While the Chief Secretary expressed excitement about this year's celebrations, he wants Tobagonians to focus on righting that wrong.
Because all of this celebration should remind us that we have work to do in ensuring that Tobago achieves the levels of autonomy that it deserves. That Tobago is able to finally, after 144 years since that declaration by Queen Victoria, right a historical wrong.
In the meantime, he is calling on all Tobagonians to embrace the Tobago Day celebrations.
Are you proud of your own Tobago face? Are you proud of your own Tobago heart? Are you proud of your own traditions? Are you proud of your milestones?
The official celebrations kick off on Thursday, 30th November, with a special Tobago Day youth debate at the Assembly Legislature. Other activities include interdivisional triathlon, interdivisional cookout, interdivisional sports and family day, a military tattoo, Thanksgiving service, and the Tobago Day Awards ceremony. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Now for the weather report. Tonight expects mostly clear and cool weather despite a low chance of the odd isolated shower, with temperatures dropping to 26 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, a few early morning showers will give way to a generally sunny and breezy day with mild haze. The overnight period will be fair, with temperatures ranging from highs of 32 degrees Celsius to 26 degrees Celsius. On Sunday, anticipate a generally sunny, slightly hazy and at times a breezy day, except for the odd isolated shower. The night will be mostly fair, with temperatures reaching a high of 33 degrees Celsius and dipping to 27 degrees. A yellow level hazardous sea alert is in place for the weekend. Small craft operators, sea bathers and all other marine interests are advised to exercise caution, as seas may become agitated, with waves measuring up to 2.8 meters in open waters and below 1.8 meters in sheltered areas. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Recapping the headlines: Chief Secretary defends Massi portrayal at World Travel Market. Public hydroponics greenhouses launched by the Hampton Lowlands Okinscure Community Council. Save Value Supermarket opens its doors in Tobago. And in sports, Bayside High advances in the Secondary Schools Football League. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a good night.